Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to today's video and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Kira, Kai is right there, Jax is right there, and we are going to be doing a makeup and mystery. Before we get into that, please be sure and subscribe to my channel because I post a brand new video every single day of the week. I am obsessed with makeup, I'm obsessed with true crime, and I'm going to do a little bit of gaming, but I think I'm going to do that on a Kai channel I named, because I'm going to do a Jackson channel also. I just think it's going to be fun. Yes, that's Jackson. But anyways, yeah, so of course before we get into it, please subscribe, like, comment, and all that great stuff. I'll remind you at the end of the video, I'm almost at 100 subscribers, so help me hit 100 subscribers. So today we are covering the case of Jennifer Pan. So this is an intriguing case, but I also found out it's actually not a very, very well-known case. So this case takes place in Canada, actually. So Jennifer Pan's parents are Han and Bic. I don't know if I'm saying that right. They're Vietnamese, Canadian. But anyways, they are what you could describe as tiger parents. So if you don't know what tiger parenting is basically a very strict form of parenting. Pretty much where you control and force your kids into something. Like, basically the Pans had this idea that Jennifer was going to be in the medical career, and they were going to pretty much force it. Like, I understand some parents do this, but, and I actually understand that every parent has their own way of raising their kid, and it's not going to be the same as mine. I don't agree with tiger parenting. My parents are very calm and collected with us. They kind of, like, let us do a lot of whatever we wanted. It was not one of those, you have to get straight A's or you're not going to do this. It was just kind of like my parents, like, wanted us to get good grades. Like, anywhere between A and C they were happy with. So, that ended up working out for our family. I'm not going to be like that with my kids. I have an idea of what I want my kids to grow up to be, but ultimately I want them to obviously decide what they want to be because I want them happy in their lives. I just want them to make different decisions than what I made and finish college before they have kids. So Jennifer's parents actually were not like my parents. I know my parents were very, very chill. They did not expect that much of us. They didn't want to force it. Jennifer's parents actually expected all A's, and while Jennifer's brother Felix was a straight A student, he was basically exactly what the Pans wanted. Jennifer herself was said to be a very average C student. In fact, she didn't even graduate high school. She had this giant lie that she created. Her parents would not allow her to, like, date and stuff like that. And she had a boyfriend named Daniel, and so she had to lie and get around that. She actually told her parents she got early admission to this university when in reality she failed a class and was not able to even graduate high school. And then she kept that lie up for 2 years, and after that she lied and told her parents that she was going to be attending a university, and then 2 years passed with that, and she actually made up this lie that they had an overwhelmingly giant graduating class, so they were only letting each person have one ticket, so she just gave up her ticket because she didn't want to deny her parents. I mean, that's dedication to that lie right there. Like, I can't believe her parents honestly fell for most of it. So after the graduation, she told her parents that she was working at this kids' medical place thing. I don't know. But her parents noticed that she didn't have a uniform or a key card, a medical key card. And they became suspicious finally after 4 years. I mean, I don't know how somebody could do that. Like, lie to your parents about schooling? Like, how could you do that? Like, I actually had to have my parents pay for some of my schooling. Like, I had to have my parents buy my textbooks and shit like that. Like, it was honestly, I don't know what I would have did without them. So her parents decide that they're going to drive her to work one day. And when they do, Jennifer is freaking out this whole time. They get there and she just bolts out of the car and runs in. And Jennifer's parents were kind of like, well, that's suspicious. So they go in and they start investigating and they start asking people who actually work there, like, hey, our daughter Jennifer works here. Do you know where she is? She's like says this and this and this and this about this place. And they were like, no, we ain't got nobody here that works by that name or does that stuff, which was smart on her parents' part to ask somebody that obviously worked there. So finally, Jennifer's parents confront Jennifer about, like, what is going on. They're like, we know you don't work there, so what's going on? So Jennifer ends up telling them the truth, and that is that this whole time she has been living with her boyfriend Daniel, on and off, because she would, like, live with her parents for a few days out of the week, and then go and live with Daniel, who they thought was actually a female friend named Topaz, or something like that. And she also told them that she did not graduate the university, the Toronto University, but she still let them believe that she graduated high school in the Ryston University that she got the early administration to. And her parents actually ended up giving her an ultimatum. Like, they really kept her under wraps. And the ultimatum was, if you want to continue to see Daniel, fine, but you will not have a family, which is horrible. Like, that's honestly horrible, and I hope that, like, her parents are horrible people for doing that. Like, that's really horrible. I mean, she was in her 20s at this point, like, that's horrible to say, like, if you want to be with this man, we don't approve it, and you will no longer be our daughter. Like, that's so mean. And just horrible and cruel. But she ultimately made the decision to choose her family, and she broke up with Daniel. And this is kind of where she starts going a little off the deep end, and she actually found out that Daniel moved on pretty quickly from her. Daniel had a new girlfriend at this point by the name of Christine, I believe. And Jennifer came up with this whole plan to say that she was attacked by 3 men, and then a few days later, she said she received a bullet in the mail, and she told Daniel that this was from his new girlfriend, Christine, threatening her to back away from her man in her relationship. And to be completely honest, I could not find any information out about that, about whether he believed it or not. But I do know that they did eventually end up getting back together, because we wouldn't have a story today if they didn't get back together. So they got back together, and Jennifer had met up with one of her friends from high school who, I guess, like, just vented or kind of confided in her, stating that there was a time when they were in high school that he had thought about killing his dad, and he obviously didn't go through with it. But Jennifer was like, I'd be better off if my parents were dead. So a plan was devised at this point, and the plan was to basically, like, murder Jennifer's parents. I don't know if poor Felix, I don't know if he was going to be involved in it or not, because I didn't really read anything about that, but the plan was for them to murder her parents and Jennifer get the estate money. That was the plan. So one day, while Jennifer was home and her parents were home, the plan was set to happen. And it happened. So Han was upstairs and Vic had just, like, gotten home. I guess she was, like, out dancing or something like that. I can't really remember what all had said. But I know she had gone out that night and they waited for her to get home. So when she got home is when the attack happened, and basically, it kind of, like, they tried to make it look like a ransacking, basically, and Han and Vic were, they were just great people. They were pleading for their daughter and basically saying, like, don't kill our daughter, don't hurt our daughter. Little did they know, like, the truth behind the whole thing, but the attackers had let it slip, like, hey, nothing's gonna happen to your daughter. Because they really thought, like, they were gonna kill them, like they were gonna die. And Vic and Juan thought that their daughter was in danger. So they are said to have made Jennifer go around the whole house and take out as much money as possible, so it looked like a robbery, basically. And Jennifer had made like $2,500 that day in piano tips or something like that, or in like teaching piano. And then the attackers are said to have also gotten away with I think it was $1,100 that was in Vic's nightstand, or Vic's nightstand. So quite a bit of cash they had on them. I mean, the parents were a wealthy family, but the parents worked hard for that wealth. You know, they had a nice house, and they really did work hard. It's not like Jennifer and Felix grew up their whole lives completely rich. They really didn't. You know, in the end, Vic and his wife, or Vic and Juan, I keep getting their names confused because I keep wanting to say Vic, but it's Vic. They just wanted the best for their children, and that's what's so super duper sad about this whole thing, is that they did just want the best for their children. They might have went about it in ways that other parents might not agree with, me being one. I don't want to control my children's lives, but they still tried the best for their kids. So I'm gonna butcher these names, but they were 3 murderers, and that was Linford Roy Crawford, who was Jamaican-born, nicknamed Homeboy. Eric Sean Sniper Carty, and Montreal-born David Mavolian. I just want to say that Kylie palette actually worked about 10 times better than what it usually performs, so that's cool. Anyways, so back to the murder. Well, the break-in, basically. So Jennifer was said to be tied to a, like, post, but somehow she was able to get free and call police. You can check out the 911 call. In the phone call, Jennifer said she heard pops and she thought that they were gunshots and she wasn't sure what was going on. So yes, obviously, as I'm sure you know, the 3 men shot Vic and Juan. Now, when police arrived, Vic was unfortunately pronounced dead at the scene, and Juan had to go to the hospital. So that's when police begin their investigation, because they have, you know, attempted murder, robbery, and a murder. And I believe at this point Jennifer is freaking out, because she's like, okay, my mom is dead, but my dad is alive. What if he knows? But she thinks that the little staging that they did is going to save her. We'll get to that. So police are very skeptical of Jennifer's story, and they actually have Jennifer basically, like, reenact it and act it out, and they're basically like, if you were tied to this post, show us how exactly you got free and called 911. Because remember, Jennifer was the one who made the 911 call. So they try to have Jennifer reenact it, and she really, like, they have it on video camera, I believe, and, like, she can't reenact it. Like, it's bad. But actually around this time, Juan is getting out of surgery, and he is, you know, waking up. So that is when police obviously go and question him and ask him what he knows. And he spills the beans, and he just goes, you're looking at the wrong person. My daughter is not a victim. She is the one who orchestrated this. I saw her acting with the murderers. I saw her interacting with them. So he said that he had seen her, you know, guiding, like directing the murderers to do whatever. Like, she wasn't tied up, like she had claimed for police. And that is when things just take a 180 turn, and Jennifer is arrested. And police, it didn't take them very, very, very long to connect everything together, get everybody who was involved. You know, they didn't cover their tracks very, very well. Let's just say that. So, you know, police get everybody who they believe is involved in the murder, and that's when the trial starts. And I believe Jennifer's father, Juan, and her brother Felix only said to have attended. What are you doing? I believe I saw that Juan and Felix only attended the trials of the 4 other people, Daniel and the 3 assassins, but they didn't attend Jennifer's, and they to this day do not talk to Jennifer, I believe. So they all were found guilty, and they all got life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years. And this happened in 2010. So in 3 more years, they are going to be in jail for 15 years. So you know what that means, right? 2 more years after that, and they'll be out. That's kind of hard to believe. Like 13 more years and they'll be out on parole. They killed somebody. Let me look. Hang on. Okay, so Jennifer's convictions were first-degree murder, attempted murder, and conspiracy to commit murder. And the motive on the Wikipedia page, which, if you remind me, I will link this down below, is romantic relationship, monetary gain, and relation to alleged child abuse. So, the alleged child abuse, I mean, like, that's not, like, anything, like, mental or sexual, I don't think. I think that she is actually referring to her parents' harsh parenting style of the Tiger parenting. But at the same time, I don't think that she could use that, because if you didn't like it, just move out. Because, let's just be completely honest, eventually her parents would have accepted Daniel to begin with. You know, they're not gonna, they might be mad at their daughter, but they're not going to, like, let their daughter have her a wedding, have a child, like, stuff like that. Like, they're not gonna want to miss that shit. So yeah, they might be mad at you, but I doubt they would have actually really kicked her out of the family for good. Anyways, that is Jennifer Pan's story and her crimes, and basically, like, how her fake, like, she lied about so much stuff to her parents. She lied about graduating high school. How can you lie about graduating high school and graduating college? How can you lie about that? How can you lie about going to college? I don't know. But anyways, that is this Jennifer Pan's story. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys like this eye look. I went for an orangey warm tone look again. Kind of feeling it. Kind of getting more into the warm tones. I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So of course, like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. All that social media great stuff. I'm going to end this video here, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video, of course. You want to say your bye-bye? Say bye, Kai. Bye, guys.